Well, I did it. And by I mean we did it. I'm not going to say that I moved away from Phoenix, the Phoenix Metro. I'm going to say that I escaped the Phoenix Metro. Where to? To the cooler side of Arizona, as the city itself would like you to know. You know, Phoenix has a pretty bad reputation when other Arizona cities are trying to get away from it. And it's appropriate considering that just this week the federal government has stepped in and is now trying to take over the allocation of the Colorado River. It looks like Arizona is going to go to war with the feds over how the water is distributed. The US government wants them to reduce their usage. By how much? I gotta look it up. In future vlogs, I will make better notes. So that's why I write, folks. That's why I write. I never know what's coming to my mind. Damn ADHD. It's much cooler and greener up here. I told all my friends and family that if I made this move, I was gonna go sober for 6 months. At least 6 months. I was real dramatic, as is my wont. Wrote out a contract, signed it in front of people, had witnesses. 6 months. I'm on day 2. How am I going to fill up my time? By walking, exercising, restoring my health, both body and mind. Resuming what I love. I'm gonna try something new. I'm gonna try something new. Something healthier. It's gonna be a little while before I start to notice any changes, but I'm sure I will. If nothing else, weight loss. If nothing else, clearer thoughts. Which will mean less edits on the vlog. I will just keep pushing through it. This helps me tremendously. Now all I gotta do is find God. And by God I mean millions of dollars. So that I may become even more independent, let's say. Why can't I? Everybody else seems to be making money on the interwebs, doing this kind of thing, talking to the camera, saying anything at all. Oh, that's why I write. I need structure in my thoughts. So, as I attempt to build up a parasocial relationship, build up an audience online, always keep in mind that my forte is the written piece. And sadly, since nobody seems to read anymore, and who wants to read long form pieces on a screen anyway, I have been trying my hand at audio blogs. Hope you're making less flubs as sobriety progresses. So you can, I mean, what's the secret here? Just continue, just push it out. Whatever comes to mind, just say it, and plug yourself. Just plug, plug, plug. I do have many more journalistic projects in mind, not least of which is I want to keep track of the fairly dire situation in our state. There's plenty of people who think that with the increasing amount of people coming into Phoenix, although the numbers are slowing down, and of course all the development that's seemingly endless. I've heard rumors of half a million new homes being built between the Eastern Valley and Queen Creek. I mean, there's homes. And of course, endless Targets, Dutch Brothers, Circle K's. Can never have enough Dutch Brothers or Circle K's. Presumably none of those places, none of those properties will use any water. Presumably. Will the valley run out of water? Will Prescott run out of water? Good questions. But I mean, no doubt it's getting hotter, at least from what it was 30 years ago. Every time you see one of these reports, and every summer we do have a new report, Phoenix breaks old records. Hottest consecutive 110 days, earliest it's ever been 100. That was last March. We're always breaking records every single year, according to the news. And then you go read the comments, and people say it's like this every single summer. Well, in fact, actually, it is a comparatively mild summer. We're getting a lot of rainfall down there. We have been. It's been raining a lot more than it did in, say, like 23, 24. 24 was the worst. 24 was bad. But we are getting some 90-degree days, which is it's all right. But nevertheless, they say it's getting hotter as compared to like 30 or 40 years ago. Before they laid all the concrete, before all the cars started driving on it, the summer nights used to drop down into the 80s, I'm told. In any case, I don't remember any reports. I haven't seen any reports from 40 years ago talking about how the saguaros were dying. You know something is wrong when even the cacti are dying. Which begs another question. Will the energy grid hold up? Now, some people are of the persuasion that Phoenix is not going to last much longer. There was a 25,000-word essay in The Atlantic, written by George Packer, was that right? In 24, talking about this. The Colorado is going to run dry, and the lower states. Listen to the question: what are the upper states and the lower states that get that water? The Colorado provides water for 6 different states. So, which state and which city is going to be hit first? It's a question. I don't know. Nobody knows. We're all just guessing. But all these Phoenix realtors, they like to assure everyone that there's enough water for the next 1,000 years. You can build 1 billion new houses, Targets, and Circle K's in that valley, and we'll always have enough water. All right. But will the energy grid hold up? Will we one day experience rolling blackouts? I don't want to be a fearmonger. Maybe it doesn't. Still, I don't know how anybody lives happily inside that valley. A lot of homebodies over there, down there. 300 plus days of sunshine, and half the people look like they could walk through a wall. Ghostly white, I mean to say. Don't get any sun at all. Vitamin D deficient. Isn't that weird? Who wants to go outside when it's 100 degrees, 110, 120 almost? Nobody. But we love sunshine. We love hot weather. Bullshit, not like that. It's an eerie sight going. I've always talked about this too. Like, it's always, I've taken videos too at the parks, the very few parks that we have. The valley is rated very low for public parks. There just aren't very many. But if you do find one or two, go to one on a summer day. It's just completely empty. It's eerie. You see like one guy out there like walking around, and you'll see a couple people fishing at the sewage ponds. Interesting, huh? What a life. Oh, but I like people down there. I do. I'm gonna miss some people down there. My dad is still down there. He's stuck. I'll be going back down in a couple months. It's only an hour and 45. I made it an hour and 45. I almost always do. You see that? Have you ever seen it before? The color green. Oh, I missed it. It calms me down. It's good for me. Anyway, now that I'm further up north, I can go check out a few things, namely Lake Powell, which is where we get our runoff from the Colorado. And also, you know what's interesting to me? Up there by Flagstaff. Flagstaff is about 90 minutes. I've made Flagstaff at 90 minutes from here. Is Highway 40. About 10 to 15 miles west of Flagstaff on the 40 is where Isaac Kappy committed suicide. Fell from an overpass, got hit by a truck, and died. That in 2019. I've been fascinated by Kappy lately. Been watching his videos, listening to his live streams. Kind of interesting. There's a guy who's also trying to build up an audience, just talking to people on the internet. But his Brackets and Jackets, Epstein Island edition, is still a banger. He's a brave fellow anyway. Kappy came right out. This guy's a pedophile. He's a pedophile. Top names in Hollywood. Never got sued for it. Pretty fucking brazen. Interesting for that alone. But then again, maybe Kappy just realized that he was a failed actor and then tried to get in on the conspiratorial niche. Maybe. Anything is possible, including the possibility that there's really nothing there at all. Still, I would like to go check out where Kappy met his demise. Maybe I'll see his ghost. Clouds. Greenery. What else was I going to say? I'm going to continue to do these walking vlogs. Maybe I'll get better at them. But in the meantime, check out my Substack, Patten Report. If you feel kind today, you can buy me a coffee. I do have a Patreon too. When I come out here doing these vlogs, I'll try to find new spots. I'll try to be unlike other vloggers and give at least, I mean, if what I'm saying is boring, uninteresting, at least the scenery behind me will not be. That's going to be it for now. Patten Parasocial. Patten Report, my Substack. You can donate. My son would like to exaggerate. Smash that like and subscribe. Share with your friends, with your internet friends, whoever. Okay. See you later.